Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. You got a video from Logical Dating 101.
I actually don't think men can get the ick.
They absolutely can. A lot of men
What's the ick? Just something you don't like, right?
actually get the ick by hearing women tell them what is their ick. But let's continue.
I
I
totally
think
agree
the ick is
with you,
reversed with
lady.
men. It's something that they have built in towards all women, and
Oh, of course they do. But let's find out why.
the only chance of them actually reversing the ick is to find a woman that they actually like and respect as a human being. What I mean by the ick is built in, it's built into society. They're all taught to dislike women on a deep fundamental level.
Ah, yes, more
So that's what an ick is something you dislike at a deep fundamental level.
breaking news from that generalization station about all men. Let's hear more.
We're taught to view women as lesser. We're taught to demonize anything feminine, especially men.
We weren't taught for women to be lesser. We just kind of saw it and observed it through our own
Which
lives.
is why they have like this built-in ick for all women.
No, it's just the mindset that a lot of women seem to have, which really gives men the ick.
And women don't have that for men because we favor one gender over the other, and very much so. So that's why the ick in men and women is very much reversed.
Well, remember, gentlemen, if you didn't have the ick going into this video, probably a lot of you do now.
Yep.
Y'all cannot be trusted until you are proven safe.
What an interesting statement. And according to the captions,
So we should just cage all boys and young men until they prove otherwise?
it's all men.
And if that bothers you,
Let me guess, does it mean that those men that have a problem with being generalized are part of the problem?
you are not safe.
I'm sure we're all very surprised to hear someone come to that logical conclusion.
Because men who are safe have no problem proving it.
And I wonder, how exactly does a man prove that
Right?
he's safe?
How do you prove you're safe? Like, I mean, back in the day, you know, men were rough, and then women, made them better in a sense of just how society viewed things. But that's also stupid.
Their actions, their demeanor speaks for itself.
Does it now? I'm actually really glad that one said that, actually.
Alright, my demeanor
Because if
is a little
actions
bit
and
mean,
behavior
so-
truly speak for themselves, then that speaks volumes about any individual that would go so far as to generalize any demographic of people based on the actions of some. And then to say that those members of that group have to prove themselves to be safe in order for other people to view them as such. Can we apply that logic to every group of people? Or is it only socially acceptable to do that towards men?
I mean, imagine saying this to Jewish people.
Men, there's literally only one thing that women want you to understand, and it's this.
Oh, just one thing? And what is that one thing?
You doing something because we've asked you to do it is not the same thing as just doing the thing.
Do explain, because I think there's going to be a lot of people that are confused by this.
So if you're the kind of guy that says to your wife or girlfriend, hey babe, yeah, just like whatever you need me to do, I'll do it. Like whatever cleaning you need help with, just like tell me what to do. I get where you're going with that. I know what you think it's doing.
Okay, so they're asking for basic communication of that person's wants and needs. What's wrong with that?
But it's not doing the thing that you
It's too much communicating. You're supposed to just know.
think it's doing.
Oh, do tell us, what is it doing?
Because that means your partner is still in charge of the mental load of figuring out what needs to be done in the house.
Yet another example of some women who
But because you're in charge of the house, I'm in charge of above the house and everything else. But within the household itself, you have pretty much reins all over.
just want men to miraculously know what exactly they want done without actually them articulating it into words that are easily understood.
One of the fastest way that I block men and I test men,
Tell us, what brilliant strategy does one use?
Sure has to do with
if
money.
I tell them I'm not the nail salon.
Okay,
Money.
now I'm curious.
And if they ask me what color I'm getting, cool. If they don't say how much is it, or what's your Cash App, or what's your Zelle, so I can cover the cost, you're blocked. You're blocked.
Let me get this straight. One's going to block a guy because he's not offering to pay for one's nails. My goodness. If one's that broke, one shouldn't be getting one's nails done in the first place.
I mean, how many times do I always say it? They're just broke, dusty, musty crusties.
Because at that point, you're a taker.
Speaks the voice of experience.
And men like that, they love to say, okay, text me a picture of your nails when
Like, who's really taking what, right? The penis goes in the vagina? Who's taking what exactly?
you get it done. Sorry,
Who's the
Pookie.
taker?
You're already added to the block list by saying that.
I can almost see with perfect clarity a video that one is going to make in a few years.
You, as a man, are supposed to be a provider, meaning that you provide. Why are you asking me to send me a picture of the nails then? If I don't pay for it, how am I going to send you a picture? Block those men.
This video is
So you can't pay for it is exactly what you just said.
obviously just a warm-up that a lot of women with this mentality are going to be making in a few years, asking, where are all the good men at?
This is why modern women can't get a man. This is why a man doesn't want to be involved with modern women. This is why men are staying single.
Right, logical. Remember, we've seen videos of women just calling men up or telling men to show up at a nail salon while they're doing their nails and just expect men to just pay for it.
Modern women routinely express that they really don't understand, whether it be directly coming out of their mouths, word for word, verbatim, or with comments like this. Well, I bring the money, the intimacy, the babies, the house care, and the man only brings the money. Routinely, modern women downplay or just completely don't even acknowledge the role that men play in society while using the things that men have made, built, structured in society.
And maintain.
So if you're still asking the question, why men don't want to date you, why men are more than willing to stay single, why men are ignoring you, if you're still asking the question as a strong, independent woman, as a boss babe, oh, I don't understand why men keep on walking past me and men don't even stop to help. Men are saying no to helping me, to taking me out on a date, to courting me, to pursuing me, to chasing me. I don't are they sassy? What happened? Do women?
That is the word they love to use.
Men not like women anymore? No, we love women, but we
always
don't
have.
want to be bothered with this type of foolishness, entitled and ignorant behavior.
Yeah, just because I love you and I love, women doesn't mean I'm going to let women do whatever the hell they want.
Maybe you need to hang around men for more than a day at this point and actually see what men do to make the world go around.
The only thing a man wants from you is access to your body.
Well, that's a rather dismal outlook, but it does kind of let a person know what types of men some individuals tend to interact with.
You cannot believe how many men have asked me this question. What do women really want?
And that's a very good question. I wonder what the answer
Because you guys lie through your teeth constantly.
is.
They're confused by emotional intimacy and true connection.
Ooh. Tell us more what one really thinks about men.
They are wild animals. They wake up and they
Whoa.
say, let's go find somebody to date. Dating is about finding an F partner.
Probably shouldn't be painting all men with
I mean, the Chad Rones of the world think that for sure.
the same brush. But in case one wasn't aware, usually physical intimacy is part eventually of being in a relationship.
I'm starting to believe that men are literally lower conscious. Like they've never felt love before in their life and they don't know how to. All they know is physical pleasures, which they cannot control.
I'm really beginning to think that some women that make these types of
If we couldn't control it, you guys would just be in cages being railed by trains of men constantly.
statements are actually just demonstrating projection.
No, I don't broke guys.
So you're saying I'm broke?
I mean, to be honest, look at you.
Trying to determine someone's value by their outward appearance. I really hope one keeps that same energy when the aging process really starts to set in.
I mean, this is why those gold digger pranks work so well. They just look at the man and like, ooh, and then they see the car and they're like, oh.
Not to mention, those that really know their true value don't really feel the need to waste money trying to impress others by buying expensive clothes.
Same t-shirt. I got like 12 of these babies. $9.99 at where did I get these at? Uniqlo, because again, Uniqlo is a Japanese brand that has clothes that fit me properly.
You need a reminder of why men are trash.
Okay, let's hear this. Why are exactly men trash this time?
Last night, I went out with a friend of mine and we got to talking with this guy at the bar and he ended up revealing that he was separated, he had 2 children and was kind of like going through a hard time.
Cool story. Let's get to the point.
So we were like, oh my God, are you good? Like, this must be really upsetting. Like, you seem to be in a really bad place. He then proceeds to tell my friend and I that this is not his worst heartbreak, not even a little bit.
So he's doing what a lot of women are asking men to do. Share their feelings.
Right?
I'm sure this is going to lead up to the men are trash part.
We were like,
This is gonna be horrible.
huh? He proceeds to tell us that his worst heartbreak was a girl he dated very briefly from high school to college and was like his puppy love. She ended things with him because she wanted to see other people. She broke his heart the worst. He's never really gotten over it. And like, she's the one that he thinks about, like ruminates over.
I guess they're not aware that the first love
Great
for a
love
lot of
love.
guys is often the one that's the most impactful.
Now, this on the heels of Zayn saying that he's never been in love even though he has children with Gigi Hadid and has another woman's eyes tattooed on his chest. Whoa.
Get to the point, please.
At this point, I'm marrying my floor lamp because at least it's taller and doesn't have any exes. I don't know.
The logic used here is absolutely amazing, isn't it? Let's just bear in mind that this individual formed the opinion that men are trash based on the actions of one man actually opening up and sharing his feelings in regards to how the feelings that he had for his first love actually still affect him later in life. Enjoy that floor lamp.
That's so funny
crazy.
because they'll be like,
How diabolical is that, right? It's just sharing and wait, you're trash. You still in love with your ex? The women that hurt you so badly you can't recover from? Just like the men that most of you deal with that ran through you that you can't seem to recover from. Happens to men too.
we're biologically stronger. We're stronger than women.
Well, in point of fact, they are. But I'm sure that one isn't saying that just to state the obvious. I'm sure that one has a point to make in regards to why one thinks that that is funny.
And then like one bad thing happens in their lives.
Oh, here we go. This little narrative.
Like God forbid their parents get divorced when they're 12, or like someone cheats on them and they're like,
A divorce at 12 is pretty devastating.
I'm actually never.
Like for her to say that is just so callous and so unaware this person is, right? Does not have any self-awareness or anything. Yeah, when your parents are separating, when you're 12, you're barely going to puberty, you're going through middle school, starting high school area and all that. It's gonna be tough for anybody.
Never gonna recover. Actually, that's my whole personality now. And actually, I'm gonna be mean to everyone in my life because of what Rebecca did when we were 17. And I'm like, yes, you're so strong. You strong man.
Who else noticed that delectable little bit of irony in which that individual has apparently failed to notice the ever-increasing popularity over the years of many individuals, and that includes women as well as men, using an event or events in their lives that they consider to be traumatic and making it the entire focal point of their entire life, if not the...
Do you not think my mother passing was traumatic? You don't think my trajectory in life and a good chunk of my personality and everything I almost was changed drastically because of my mother passing? Yeah. Some events in life can do that.
the basis of their personalities. But I understand that it is absolutely so much easier to focus on men in these cases because that is what is popular, as opposed to noticing that individuals, instead of trying to heal from their traumas and learn from them, are allowing them to fester and grow and are not being able to heal from them.
Men wouldn't be so bothered if they weren't threatened.
Oh, that's the narrative we're going to go with this time, is it?
Like, bro, did I hit a nerve? It wouldn't be such a strong reaction if you were unbothered.
Let's see how this logic plays out.
Why are you so quick to defend your point of view? Like, bro, why do you feel so
Because that's what we do with our point of views. We defend them.
strongly about this?
Oh, so now if someone defends their point of view and feels strongly about something, that means that someone hit a nerve? Really?
If you really felt in control, you wouldn't be spiraling out.
I wonder if they're referring to one
Who's
specific
spiraling?
person or just men in general.
Think about how much energy men spend trying to suppress and oppress women.
I'm really getting tired of this narrative because women
Men don't even spend time and effort on women anymore. What are you talking about?
are absolutely not oppressed in the United States. But go on.
Energy that they could be spending doing other things. And it's funny because men are so afraid of women's rage.
And no, they're not.
And that's why they try so hard to keep us down.
Do you not realize men's rage? Men's rage is uncontrollable. People die when men rage?
Because they know we've all been burned at the stake. They wonder why we can just feel things. A woman's intuition, right? It's so mysterious. Like, bro, we can read your minds and it terrifies you.
No, now we're just
But yet you're still single, you can't keep a man, you don't understand where all the good men at, you know, all of this, but your intuition, it tells you everything. You read our minds.
making stuff up. I see.
If you really felt so powerful, you wouldn't be scrambling. You wouldn't be reverting to really low-level bullying tactics.
Oh, like this video?
Yeah.
If posting on social media as a woman was a social experiment, bro, should I write a book?
Sure. I mean, who wouldn't want to read a book all about posting rage bait?
Alright, so let me get this straight.
It's funny that women really think they understand men and can read men, but they've never studied men, nor do they care about what men have ever thought about or cared about before. But all of a sudden, they're experts and men that can read our minds. Right. Because if you can do that, wouldn't you just be married with kids and have the exact life you want? Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and I catch you guys.